Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Complex Trauma Discussion and Meditation. Thanks for joining me today. If you're here on TikTok Live, we're going to get started in a few minutes. I'm just going to hang out here a little bit. We're going to talk about CPTSD, Complex PTSD, although I think that we should drop the D. It's not exactly a disorder, is it? Certainly not our fault. I started this platform so we could talk about all the things we need to talk about. So we're going to talk about them, even the hard things. We're going to discuss them. And we're going to get through them because we can hold them. We can do it. So if you have trauma, I'm glad you're joining me. If you have PTSD, maybe you had a single bad something happen. Maybe like me, you have more complex PTSD, which can result from a lot of different things. And if you were Gen X and, grew up where it was, sort of made fun of or okay to be, we had awful Gen X, like there was cruelty all over the place, wasn't there? And this wasn't okay. I think we normalized it a little too much. So if you also had childhood neglect, assault, abuse, thanks for joining me. And, we all have different things that happen to us during this life. Nobody's going to get out of this life without some trauma. So this is not really about me. It's about all of us and making space for the fact that life is hard and we have all these traumas. And we have to start sharing them. We have to start supporting each other. So I hope that you'll find my little meeting this morning, and I'm going to take us through a meditation. I hope you find it soothing. Put me on in the background, sit next to me. If you want to chat with me, tell me what's going on. I'd love to know you. I'd love to know what you went through. I think seeing each other clearly, seeing what we went through is a nice acknowledgement, right? Like we all want to be seen and heard. And trauma lives in the body, not the brain. What does that really mean? Have we really grasped that understanding? Trauma lives in the body. It's a body affliction. It hurts our nervous system. So when we're mean to each other, or when bad things happen to us, or when we have accidents or traumas, our physical body gets affected. And if you were like me, growing up all up here, thinking brain, I can think my way around it. I can go to therapy. I guess that's what we do in therapy, right? We just talk. That's not always what we need. It's an affliction of the nervous system. That's what the body keeps the score means. So I didn't realize this, and one of my therapists was like, your body, you're scared. I'm like, I'm not scared. I know my PTSD is way in the back. I know it's way in the history of my life and it's not here. Like, I'm not scared right now. But my body was holding on to it. And I was stuck in fight or flight. I didn't even know. I started to track my heart rate variable. If you have an Apple Watch, you can track your HRV, your heart rate variable. And the reason that this is important is it's a guide to your vagal tone. And it turns out the vagus nerve is in charge of deciding if you're ready to rest and relax and let it go. So if you were told, like me, just don't feel that way, get over it, it's not up to your brain. It's up to your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is in charge of whether you can relax and let it go. So it's literally impossible to just get over it. Your body has to decide that it's been processed, that you're ready to let go. So what do? Oh my gosh, let's get into it. I'm going to get started here on Zoom as well. I hold this every Tuesday for 30 minutes. We're going to talk about complex PTSD, and then we are going to do a meditation to get in touch with the physical body, because trauma lives in the body, not the brain. So we're going to try to see what we can do about that. Just going to give a few more minutes for everybody to join. Thank you guys for joining me on TikTok. I love TikTok. I know social media gets such a bad rap, but this is such a great forum to find your people, to talk about everything. I mean, we get suppressed. We know that. That's fine. But I just love it. I just think it's phenomenal. And I think it's just been such a great place for so many people to grow, to reach out, to find their people. So I'm really thrilled. Thank you, everybody from TikTok, for joining me. And if you're here with me on Zoom, thank you so much for joining me today. I'm Lauren McFerrin. If you are joining me on Zoom and you want to mute yourself, good morning, everybody. It's nice to see you all. If you want to mute yourself so that you can express yourself as you need as we go through this, that would be great. So thank you, everybody, for joining me this morning. I'm Lauren, and I was diagnosed with complex PTSD, which so many of us have. Like, how do you get through this life without having trauma? So this is not about like that my trauma is big or your trauma is big. We all have this trauma. We need to understand how to heal it, because gosh, carrying it around has not been fun. I started this platform to talk about complex trauma when it dawned on me that trauma lives in the body, not the brain. Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, one of my favorite authors, but it took me a long time to understand, what does this mean? Okay, great, trauma lives in the body, and I've been trying to think my way around it, and that's not working. It's in my body. I was disconnected from my body. One of my therapists said to me, well, you're scared. Your body is scared. I'm like, I'm not scared. I'm not scared anymore. That's all in the past. I don't have any fear of bad things happening to me now. And the therapist explained, no, the trauma's in your body, not your brain. You may not feel scared, but that doesn't mean that your body agrees. So I was like, well, wait a minute. What do you mean my body is scared? And I started to track my HRV. If you have an Apple Watch, you can also track your heart rate variable. And until I saw a really low heart rate variable, I didn't understand. Your heart rate variable is a guide to your vagal tone. And your vagus nerve is in charge of you getting to rest, relax. You're not in charge. It's not your brain. So if you were told, get over it, don't feel that way, just let it go, it's impossible. It's not up to you. It's up to your vagus nerve. So give yourself a break. Track your HRV if you have a chance. And if you see a low number, rest. Take the day off. Seriously, start to listen to your body, because that's where it starts. And complex PTSD is really about retraining our bodies. Dr. Peter Levine is my other favorite guy, and he explains how animals, when they come upon a confrontation, they shake it off. And we've all seen a dog do this, right? They are walking along the street, everything's good. Oh, something happens. And then they look around, and then they just shake it off. And then they walk along, they're done, they're gone. I so wish we were like this. Can we please do it like this? We don't. We suppress it. We hold it in. So if you had early trauma and your body is keeping the score and you're holding it in, because that's just what we do as humans, it's not your fault, we got to learn to let it go. How do we do that? We're going to practice today. And that's why this is a practice. This isn't a light switch. I wish it was, but it's not. Trauma comes off in layers, and those layers are going to come off the more you practice. So what's practice? There's many ways to practice for complex trauma. And Dr. Bessel van der Kolk, who's the top trauma doc who wrote this book, he says the people that heal from complex PTSD do multiple things. Okay, great. What are those things? It's different for each of us. Could it get harder? Could it get more complex? It's different for each of us. But there are a bundle of things that people are doing that are working. So as I talk about practicing to relax the body, practicing to connect with the body, you could meditate, you could do yoga, you could do Tai Chi, you could hang out in nature, you could hang out with some animals, there's a million things that you could do, and you need to figure out what is going to be best for you. For me, meditation, and actually, even if you don't have to be like a Buddha style meditator, but just slowing down and giving your body that attention. And wherever you feel it in your body, like I have a lot of neck, cervical issues. So sometimes when I'm meditating, I take all my awareness just to my neck. And it does make a difference. It does make a difference when you do this. So if you have parts that are sticky, clunky, hurting, achy, while we meditate today, give them some attention. Say, hey, neck, I see you. And I'm going to guide us through. So we're gonna do a quick meditation. It's like 10 to 15 minutes. And this one is called I See You, Soma. Soma is the body. Soma is what we're trying to get in touch with. And the felt sense is what Dr. Peter Levine, Waking the Tiger, the one with the shaking dog. Okay, great. What do? We suppress it. How do we actually let it go? And one of the things he talks about is the felt sense, our actual feelings in our body, which we can get really disconnected from, right? Especially if when you feel something hurt, what do? Ow! Holding, suppressing, clenching. Ow, it hurts. Ooh, I don't want to move that. What if instead we learn to go, ow, oh God, you need some attention. All right, I'm on board. I don't know what you need, but I'm going to help you. So getting in touch with this felt sense and creating a relationship when you feel your body reacting like that, instead of the panic, let's try to be, okay, I'm going to help you. And this is hard. This is reparenting. This is taking care of ourselves. And if you didn't have a great example, which I didn't how to do this, but it's time to learn. And you can, and we all can heal from trauma. We can heal trauma. I promise you. But it's going to take a lot of practice. So we're gonna do my meditation called I See You, Soma. We're gonna honor our physical bodies and our brains, and we're gonna be together here healing CPTSD. So if you are joining me on Zoom, please mute yourself and make sure you're somewhere where you can sit really comfy. You can turn your camera off too if you want to lay down. This is your time, and find a position that just feels right for you. What I always like to say is that a lot of people tell you, oh, when you're meditating, you have to be sitting straight up with your spine straight. There are benefits to your spine being straight, but there's a lot more benefits to being in a position where you can literally let go of your muscles. I want you to be present, but I want you to just completely relax your body, because that'll give your body a chance to be seen. So get somewhere comfy that you can relax your body, find a good position. And this isn't about performing. There's no right way to do this. You're winning just by being here. You just have to show up. So let's get started. Let's go. Close your eyes or soften your gaze downward if that feels safer. As I talk through this, I'm going to offer you some affirmations. And affirmations, the words we say to ourselves and to our bodies, really matter. So if you hear me say my or I am, I'm going to pause and give you a chance to repeat after me what I've said, because words are powerful, and this is you caring for your body. Let's take a breath in and let it go. No controlling where it lands. Listen to your breath without judgment. My body has been speaking all along. I am learning to listen. Hi, Soma. It's nice to be here with you. You might feel nothing, and that's okay. You might feel a lot. That's okay too. Your body knows exactly what to do. Nothing is going to go wrong, and you are safe. You're allowed to pause anytime. Open your eyes. You get to choose what works for you today. I am allowed to slow down. I am allowed to feel. I don't have to perform right now. Hi, Soma, my body. I see you. We're going to move through the body slowly from feet to crown. Not to judge, just to notice. Think of this as a meeting of your soma, maybe for the first time. It's been waiting for your attention. It's going to really like that you're here. So let's start with your feet. Feel your toes. Are they tingly? Dull? Numb? Don't judge what you sense. Just take it in. Be curious. Let go of every toe. Let them rest completely. And now your whole foot, both feet. Imagine a bubble of awareness around your feet. And we'll say together, hi feet, hi soma, I see you, I'm here. Now your calves, let the muscles soften. Add your knees and your thighs until your entire legs feel soft, heavy, calm. Maybe you notice tightness, numbness. We're just noticing. We're not judging. I see you, legs. Thanks for being here with me, Soma. Now the root, your hips, your groin, the base of your body. This is your center. This is your anchor. Imagine it's gently securing you to the earth beneath you. Hi, Soma. Hi, root. Thanks for rooting for me. Move now into the sacral area just below your belly button, relaxing everything. This is where your creativity lives, your sexuality, your flow. Scan outward and relax the muscles. Hold nothing in. And if you don't feel anything, that's okay. You're building this relationship with your soma. You're doing it right. And now the center of your body, your trunk, your stomach, your belly, the flanks of your back, let it soften. Give it permission. And now we're up by your heart, just behind your breastbone. Listen closely with your senses. Relax your body. Hi, heart, we might say. You are so important. My body carries wisdom. I am learning to trust it. If something else speaks up while you're here, a heaviness, just say hi. You can always say, "What's up, Soma? I'm here. I'm listening." Now your upper back and shoulders. Oh, Soma, you hold so much here. Let your shoulder muscles relax, both sides. Relax them, let them go. Down your arms, your elbows, your wrists, your hands. And we might say, thank you, hands. You carry so much. I see you. And now your neck, your throat, your voice. The left side, relax it. The right side, from the base of your neck to your ears. Hi, Soma neck. I know you have things to say. My truth is not too loud. I am allowed to hear it. We're into our jaw now. So many of us hold so much here in our jaw. We're into our jaw now. So many of us hold so much here in our jaw. If it shakes a little, it's okay. It's just releasing. Let your body move as it wants to. We don't judge it. We allow. And now we're at your head, the back of your skull, your temples, your forehead, all the way to the very top of your head, your crown. Let it all soften. Take a moment now, scan your whole body from your crown all the way to your feet. Notice where you're soft. Notice where you're not. But this isn't about fixing anything right now. This is just giving a moment to notice it. My body is not my enemy. It is a part of me that never lied. My body can guide me. I'm listening to you, Soma. Gently turn your attention inward, not to analyze, not to explain, just to notice. This is building a relationship with your body. Whatever is present is just information. It's not a problem, just a signal asking to be seen. And we might say, my anger is information. I am allowed to hear it. My sadness is information. I am allowed to honor it. My grief, it's information. I am allowed to sit with it. Give yourself this moment. This is not rushing. You don't have to resolve anything. Feeling is not a problem to solve. Just say hi to it. It's just a signal to stay with. And we might say, my feelings are not problems. They are mine. My feelings are valid. It is safe for me to have needs. Take a breath. And as you relax your body, thank your Soma for what it offered to you today. Even if it was quiet, even if it felt like nothing, you showed up for your body, and that matters. Your body's been doing its best your entire life, protecting you, adapting, carrying what your mind couldn't hold. Nothing went wrong. Your body learned what it needed to learn. Nothing has gone wrong. My body learned what it needed to learn to keep me safe. And we might say, my needs are not too much. Compliance is not the same as safety. You are allowed to choose what works for you. I am allowed. Your needs are not too much. My needs are not too much. In a few minutes, we're going to come back to the room. But transition really matters here, so take your time. I like to rub my hands gently together like this. And if you don't want to come back and you want to just kind of sit in quiet with your eyes closed, that's okay too. Savor this moment. Starting the day like this is magical. It will make your day better. But if you're ready to come back with me, rub your hands together. And then put them over your eyes so you can blink really slowly into your hands and let your eyes adjust. You just did something really important this morning. And it may seem silly, but it's not. At least the top trauma docs don't think so. And I don't either. You paid attention to your body. When we have those pains or those big feelings, our body just wants to be seen. And I promise you that there is light on the other side of darkness. We might say, I am learning to come home to myself. One breath, one feeling, one layer, one moment at a time. And I know that the trauma layers, when you have a lot of layers, are really overwhelming, panic-inducing, flashback-inducing, anxiety-ridden. But as you do this practice and this work, those layers will come off, I promise. It's not easy work. It requires bravery and courage. You might feel tired today. Like, oh, your body feels a little different, but pay attention and build a relationship with that body. Be good to yourself, maybe give yourself a treat today that you wouldn't normally, right? An ice cream, a hot water bottle, a bath. Treat yourself because you deserve it and your body is going to be listening. And this is what heals complex trauma. It's surprisingly simple and it does work, but it takes a lot of practice. So it's not easy. It's not like a one-time race. I wish it was a light switch and you could just do something and, oh, complex trauma gone. Okay, you're all better. Check. Moving along. But it doesn't go like that, right? And let's really remember that we got here with this complex trauma because we couldn't be seen or heard. Trauma living in the body is the unresolved emotions you had that you couldn't express. It wasn't safe. You didn't feel supported. You're allowed to express that. You're allowed to. We hide things. Oh, that's too hard to see. So we hide it in our body and we avoid it. At least I did. So if you didn't feel much today, my body was mad at me. I ignored it for 30 years. It was like, fuck you. You haven't helped me. You've been over there running around with your brain flapping around like talking. So give it time. But remember that if we got here because somebody couldn't hear you, couldn't hear what you felt, and everything you feel, none of it is wrong. Anyone that went through what you went through could feel what you feel. But you weren't able to be witnessed in that. That's not right. You're allowed to be seen. All of our feelings are valid. None of them are wrong. So how can we start showing up for each other? How can we start making sure that all of our feelings do get seen and heard and we process it, even if it's messy, even if we trigger each other, even if we piss each other off? How do we gently and respectfully say, hold on, I see you? Because the more we don't see each other, the more trauma we're carrying around. That's how we got here. So let's have huge amount of compassion for each other. Anybody that went through what we went through would feel that way. So it's time to stop feeling bad about feeling and finding safe places to feel. So do it for somebody else. It's much easier to do it for somebody else than it is to ask for it yourself. So if you have somebody in your life, ask them, what do you need me to see today? Is there anything you need to express? I'm not going to fix it. I'm just going to hold space and listen to you. Can we just get back to that so that we don't carry around all these unprocessed, unresolved feelings? Okay, so we've got work to do, but we can do it. This isn't brain surgery. I'm not asking us to do something impossible. We all can do this. We all can relearn this, and we can get really good at it, and we might even change the world a little bit along the way. So thank you so much for being here with me, whether you are here on TikTok Live or with me on Zoom. It means so much to me to be here with you and to share this practice, because it is a practice. It just takes time. So thank you for sharing with me and joining me today, and I hope you had a great time. And please find me here every week or daily on social media talking about complex trauma and all the things we didn't want to talk about. But here we are. We're doing it. So give yourself a huge kudos. You did a great thing today, and I hope it makes a total difference to your day. Thank you. Bye, everybody. All right, TikTok guys, I just ended the meeting for the rest of everybody over here. And gosh, I just love hanging out with everybody here. I think it's really fun. And I think it really is a way that we can find real community. You know, we're really lacking that connection. And when we see each other like this, it's co-regulation. We're attuning to each other. We're sharing, even though we're remote. So I love this so much. I think that, you know, social media gets a really bad rap, and you do have to be really careful how you use it. But boy, if you use it to connect with the right people and to learn and to grow, isn't it so much fun? So yeah, I have loved hanging out with you guys, and I hope that you follow me and come back to see me again. Have a great day.